This secret zone in World of Warcraft blew me away. Today we are traveling to the Deadmines in order to explore one of the strangest secrets in World of Warcraft. I feel honored to be able to perform this exploration. I'm going to thank Heal vs Babyface for making a video on this area a while ago when he was still covering World of Warcraft content. We're going to go more in depth with the glitch as well as talk about a few changes that Blizzard has made to the area. Let's jump in. Okay, so we're here at Moonbrook in Westfall and we're going to be heading into the Deadmines. It's pretty simple to get there, but if you get lost, you can follow the map as it kind of will lead you in the right direction. I know when I was playing in Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, this was like really hard to navigate. I don't know, it just felt like it was almost impossible. I'm going to be turning on heroic mode to see if there are any differences between that and the normal version of the instance. How to perform the glitch. Immediately when you head into the instance, there will be a pipe to your right. This pipe will solve all of our exploration needs. Now, you'll want to get as close to this wall as you can, and here's where I have to recommend, of course, my favorite exploration class and covenant of Venthyr, Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter because they're amazing and versatile, and Venthyr for one simple major reason. Door of Shadows, the most broken spell in World of Warcraft, probably. From here, all you need to do is use Door of Shadows in a way that allows you to clip into the wall. I didn't quite get out of bounds using the clip, but Heal vs Babyface mentions, and I'm going to mention here, that you must grow your character. I basically used the Vital Drinking Horn. I think it's the simplest one, it's the easiest one to get, and I don't know if you could just drink the potion, I didn't try that, but I know that a lot of growing, like if you're gonna grow and clip out of bounds, typically now you'll have to hit Alt F4 just before you finish casting. And then when you log back in, you should be able to jump onto this tiny ledge like I do here. Now at this point you can get an amazing view of the Deadmines instance itself as well as some out of bounds areas that we won't really cover in this video. Instead we want to make our way to this ledge over here, and if you are not a Demon Hunter, you may want to use a Goblin Glider or some kind of other slow fall just to make sure that you can have enough distance to reach the ledge. Well, here's what the outside of the Deadmines looks like. It's a massive out of bounds area. Eventually guys, I will have a video focused on the Deadmines itself, but that's not going to be in this video. We're looking at one particular thing in this out of bounds area, as it is much more interesting than a lot of other areas that I've found. Now in Heals vs Babyface's video, there was water in this canyon, but for whatever reason, Blizzard decided that they would remove it. That's kind of weird to me, but this isn't the first time I've seen this. I saw this also in the Terrace of Spring, where they added water instead of removed it. Now we need to head west. And oh yeah, you can mount in this entire area too, I didn't mention that, but it is incredibly convenient that you can mount here. Now we are on a massive empty plain and we need to travel to this shadow that you can see here, and it's pretty far in the distance. You can already see trees popping in though, and there's also this really weird purple thing that's visible. The ground textures also changed to a desert looking one, and you can also start to see some textures in the background area. If you look into the sky, there are purple sparkly particle effects floating all around the place. It's really kind of bizarre looking, isn't it? Now, when you come up to the purple things, they are solid, but if you jump past them, they disappear, which, okay, I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? At this point, you can clearly see what we are looking at. There are floating trees on crystals, there's a craggy looking ground, and I mean, what other place could this be? This is Hellfire Peninsula, right? Except we're in Shadowlands. Hellfire Peninsula looks way different than this. So the conclusion is that this is what Hellfire Peninsula would have originally looked like. There is a lot more to the old Outlands, but I didn't cover that. There is a Haven Games video on that, and I would send you to that because, you know, Haven Games was amazing when he made YouTube videos, and his video can cover that way more in depth than I can. Now, don't do what I did here the first time I explored and fall straight into this hole. It's kind of dumb of me, except for the fact that I do it a second time as well. How freaking dumb can I be here? Okay, well, let's try not to do that again. Let's peer once again over the edge, and we can see these weird shield things that exist in the Netherstorm area, as well as Vanilla Hillsbred foothills where Dalaran was. It's a very strange choice to have them here, especially since they are upside down. I don't know, it seems like maybe they were trying to create a twisting nether effect that, you know, is very primitive. Obviously they did not go with this view in the end. I do have to say, I really like the design of these floating rocks that they have here, as well as the floating trees. I honestly feel like these are really well designed. They look very interesting, and I can't imagine what Outlands would have looked like if they went with this type of design. You know what that means, right? Well, as a demon hunter, we are required to try and jump on top of the trees and the floating rocks as well, but obviously we'll get to the rocks later. I don't want to be sent to the Barrens a third time. That would be pretty unfortunate. You can easily scale this mountain here. And, well, I mean, they aren't solid, but it was certainly worth a shot to try and land on them. I mean, that would have been pretty interesting to be able to climb all over these rocks. I then decided to head to the southern edge of the map where I discovered something very weird. The massive domes that I've been showing off, well, they reflect vanilla old Hillsbrad foothills. You can easily see the pine trees as well as the mountains, and I assume that they are reusing the domes from Dalaran. But the domes were already coated with old Hillsbrad foothill into the dome itself, and so they don't reflect what's around them, they instead reflect a certain thing that they originally were around, which I think is quite interesting. I don't think that there's anything else in World of Warcraft quite like this. If there is, please let me know in a comment, because I'm just blown away at how amazing this area is, and I'm so glad that the developers decided to leave this in the game. I mean, usually they take this kind of stuff out, but they left this one in for whatever reason. As I said, I'm going to release a video fairly soon on the Deadmines, so we're not going to continue more in depth into the Deadmines itself. I feel like this was more important than just, you know, talking about, oh, look at this really cool area, and then there's the Deadmines, which is much less cool, but it's still got some cool stuff in it. But, you know, we're going to spend most of the time in the Deadmines, but not in this really cool area. I don't think that would have been a very good video. It'd have been like, okay, really freaking cool, okay, you know. So I'll make the Deadmines video entertaining as possible, though, so we'll get there. You know, I want to glitch out of every place in World of Warcraft, even if the out of bounds area is not as amazing as it could be. Well, there's really only one last thing to do here. Don't worry though, there's still a little bit left in the video. This channel is still a passion project. I'm really going off fully on viewer support, and I really appreciate everyone who has subscribed, everyone who's left a comment, everyone who likes the videos, and even if you just watch the video, I mean, I appreciate that too. But I don't know who you are. You know, if you're just watching these videos, I don't know who you are. And even if you like them, I still don't know who you are. But at the same time, I appreciate any like that you could leave, or any subscription. If you feel like you want to see more of these videos, there's plenty more to come. So don't feel like you need to subscribe to a dead channel. This is not a dead channel, this is an active channel, and I want to interact with you guys, so leave a comment about maybe other areas that you've explored that are like this or even cooler. So, you know, guys, just if you feel like leaving a like, if you feel like subscribing, if you feel like you have other areas you want to show off, please let me know. What is the last thing we have to do, guys? You could probably guess, right? I mentioned it earlier in the video, but we need to try to land on the rocks here. So let's climb up this mountain one last time, and can we make it, Leroy Jenkins? Yep, I figured as much, knowing what happened with the crystal trees. Guess it's time to fall into oblivion.